next few minutes, we're going to talk a little bit about the financial reporting capabilities within the Infor Cloud Suite Financials and Supply Management suite of applications. So when we came into the application in the prior videos, we were really in the functional Cloud Suite Financials area. Now we're going to focus a little bit on Infor Cloud Suite BI, which is our business intelligence layer that really underlies all of the functionality that you've been seeing over the various different videos. So when I come into Infor Cloud Suite BI, I've come to our financial reporting homepage. And the first thing that you'll see is some of the fundamentals that you learned about within the Infor Global Ledger video around reporting bases, various different global ledger reports, some of our financial and project and cost accounting related reports. So here you can see, I'm going to just come in here to our, let's do our budget to actuals. So when I select this, this is my required reporting selection. So what enterprise group or agency am I working with? What basis am I looking at? Here I can also default things like the calendars, the actuals, the budget, commitment scenarios, etc. So when I come in and select this, what the system's going to do is essentially bring me up the default report layout for that. And so here you can see that I can drill up and down within the solution to a more granular level of detail and continue to drill into additional levels of detail as I go in. I can also drill into transaction level detail by selecting the item here. Up at the top, you'll see that I have a menu that's going to allow me to do various different filters. So I can select that and I can filter by ledger, by entity, by organizational unit, by program and project. So all of these different dimensions that we built out in the global ledger and that we've been entering on our various transactions, we can slice and dice our data by any of those. So if we come back up to our financial reporting homepage, just to show you a little bit of a different view, I'm going to come in here to our finance structure analysis. This is really the ad hoc reporting capability that we have within the dimensional layers of the transactions that we have. So essentially the default for this is an account and an entity. But let's say that I want to add some additional details here. Let's say that I want to move the scenario into here. So once we've moved the scenario in, let's say that I want to select additional elements that I want to include. So not only do I want actuals, I also want encumbrances and commitments. So I can select those elements and the system will dynamically add those into my report. Now I'm also looking at this by account. So let's say that I wanted to maybe change that to department. Maybe I wanted to look at that by program or project. So I can simply drag and drop all of these details here into the report and continue to expand. And of course in both the columns and the rows I have the ability to select the elements that I want to include in that, which allows me to look at all of the different hierarchical structures that we defined for the program and project. So we talked a little bit in Global Ledger about how we have the capability of rolling up all of our different dimensions, accounts, departments, object codes, etc. By various different hierarchical structures. So this allows us to take those hierarchical structures and include them in our reporting, and just a very quick selection of that structure allows me to see my data in a completely different view. So that is our finance structure analysis. Now if I come back up to my home page just to show you a couple of different other options that we deliver from a reporting perspective, let's go into our project summary report. So this really drives off of the detailed project costing or project accounting capabilities that we talked about in the project accounting video. But this is just another way that we can view information. So these types of dashboards and analytics can be configured within the solution so that I can get a very quick view of, in this case, all of the different projects that roll up to me and where they stand from a budget to actuals perspective. So here I can see that I've, for family services, let's say that I want to drill into the details of this. I can simply select the view sub-items and continue to drill into the details to see I've got two different projects that rolled up to that particular program, and I can continue to drill in to the detail associated with that and I can even go down to a more granular level of detail. So this would allow me to see the general information of this particular project, budget and expense by category, and then additional tabs here across the top. So within the financial reporting capabilities of the solution, we deliver financial reporting capabilities for not only the end users that really just want a high level view with some drill down capability, but also a really nice tool with the financial analyzer and the ad hoc reporting tools to allow your accountants to actually come in and basically slice and dice data as they need to. We also have a self-service component of the financial reporting solution, which allows your power users to create their own dashboards and reports very quickly, so they can come in here and analyze data using different types of analysis that's delivered, or just ad hoc explore the various data elements that exist in the system and select things like their charts and bar charts, etc. So that capability within the solution not only serves everyone from your end users, but all the way up to your power users that are going to want to be able to slice and dice information to be able to get reports at their fingertips. Another example that I wanted to show you is how we use those same ad hoc reporting capabilities within business intelligence within our federal financials functionality that's being delivered out. So this shows you how we can take that same concept that we just showed and basically build budget to actuals reports that's going to show our allotments, our obligations, commitments, expenditures with graphical references. It's another example where we're basically showing that same thing, but we're scaling at a different level to a different hierarchy. So in addition to the ad hoc capabilities that we have and the delivered dashboards that we have within Infor Cloud Suite BI, which again sits right on top in an integrated way of our financials applications, we also have delivered reports that come with each and every module. And I've showed you a handful of those as we've gone through the various other videos. But a couple that two that I wanted to point out and just talk about that pertain specifically to the federal functionality that's being built out within the solution are the GTAS transaction report, which again is built specifically on those attributes that we talked about within General Ledger that we are capturing as part of our USSGL configuration, as well as at the transaction level and being able to make changes that are going to allow us to produce this report. And then we also produce the file version of this for our federal reporting capabilities. So this gives you an overview of our financial reporting capabilities.